Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have an incredible program for you here this evening. I am so excited to welcome to Inside the Drag Closet our first drag artist from across the pond, coming to us all the way from London. We are going to be talking to the incredible ARTHUR ITIS this evening. I am so excited. We've been chatting before the show, and it's been a wonderful time. Of course, I will be joined by my beautiful co-host, Amethyst Diamond, this evening. But first and foremost, a little bit of who, what, where about me. Who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I am a drag artist based out of Pennsylvania. I love the art of drag because it allows me to play. Speaking of which, what am I wearing? Well, we'll start with my makeup. My makeup tonight is Juvia's Place. My eyes are all Juvia's Place. I wanted to play with something a little more festive and holiday tonight. My lips are, of course, the lip bar. I absolutely love the lip bar. Cute little dress from Amazon. My jewelry tonight is Rocks by Cox. And let's talk about this helmet I've got on. This was made by the incredible Slayer. I did not glue my earrings on properly, so we're gonna fix that right now. But yes, Slayer made this wig for me. It is so much fun. It is all yarn and ornaments, and just look at that. And she's long. There's a lot of yarn in my lap right now. That's not a euphemism, I promise. And where can you find me? You can find me gluing my earring back on. You can find me every other Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook right here on Inside the Drag Closet. You can find me the first Friday of every month at Divas Down Under. We are having our anniversary show this month. I clicked the wrong thing. It is our 7th anniversary of this show. Your entire core cast will be there. Alize La Diamond, Amethyst Diamond, myself, Poison and Katarina Couture, and our special guest will be the one and only Miss Gay Pennsylvania, America, Morgan. I'm super excited to meet her. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP because they go very quickly. Tickets are $20 for VIP, $15 for general admission. So there are already a lot of comments coming in. I've been trying to be very focused on getting stuff done the right way. If you would like tickets to Divas Down Under, Derek has shared them in the chat over on Facebook. I see Derek is here. Make sure you share this video, everybody. The more you share it, the more people get to see it, and the more we get to share our drag with the world. Who else do we have in here? Daniel, I love your little Santa profile picture. That's adorable. My lovely niece Sanika is tuning in this evening. Hello, darling. Sanika will be a guest on Inside the Drag Closet in February, so keep your eyes open for that. Robin is here. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Ellen, hello, darling. Amethyst, hi. Hey, Hutch, how are you doing? All right. Hi. Oh, my gosh. Okay, calm down. We are going to bring in my beautiful co-host for the evening because she put together quite a look for you this evening. I hope you all enjoy it. I know you're going to. Everybody, welcome back to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible Amethyst Diamond.
Oh, boo, bitch. Hey, girl.
Hey,
You're
girl.
a mean one.
This is so cute. I can't even deal with it.
You like?
I do.
I wanted to be the Grinch and be lazy at the same time, so I put a coat on.
Full disclosure, I was getting ready earlier and I was like, I can't find my bra. I don't, how my boobs gonna stay in? So I'm,
You don't need it, honey. Just
when they're flawless, you can go braless.
can't. Let me write that down. When you're flawless, you can go braless.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Girl, give them a little who, what, where about you.
Good evening, everybody. Happy December 13th, 2023. The year's almost over. Were you good or were you bad? Because Santa's coming in about, I don't know, in 12 days. Are you ready? It's me. I love you. It's the Grinch. I'm kidding. I'm always nice. I wanted to be naughty tonight. It is I, Amethyst Diamond, the former Miss Gay Maryland America 2022. But I am the reigning Miss Gay Gettysburg America 2023. So there is that. Oh, goodness. I've been doing this for over 2 decades. I don't know why, but here we are. Yeah, what am I wearing tonight? So this lovely neon wig, it's actually UV activated, is by Zamber Sky. My jewelry tonight is Rocks by Cogs, my little peppermint candies, and my Christmas rings, all by the one and only Lollycox. My makeup tonight is MAC. It's James Charles palette. It is. It's the best palette. Deal with it. Yeah, and Juvia's Place. And then this jacket is on loan. It's a loaner. I can't claim it to be mine. It's from my friend Nicole Stevens and Johnny Ma. Why can't I think of her name? That's terrible.
Mia Ho.
There it is. No, you're a hoe, Jade. It's my turn. Mia Ho. Let me borrow this. So yeah, I'm a Grinch tonight. You can find me anywhere. Credit cards are accepted. You can find me. Yeah, any place that you're lonely or need a friend. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, Craigslist,
Kristen Mingle.
Christian Mingle,
FarmersOnly.com.
futurefarmersofamerica.com. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, oh look, I have just a little nose.
Oh, you did the thing.
I did the thing. Look, I'm a who. I have a who nose.
I was doing my makeup for one of my shows this week and I felt like I was from Whoville. I don't know what it was about the makeup, but I was like, oh, I did a thing. It was ridiculous.
You did the thing.
It has been a wild weekend.
What's
You
a
just froze
wild
up for a second.
weekend?
Uh-oh. Technology's attacking her.
Oh no. Yay!
There you are.
Uh-oh. Am I back now?
You are
Hi, sorry, I had to take a break. I had to take a big old break.
That's valid.
Fixing my who knows.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, girl, are you ready to meet our, oh my gosh, I didn't scroll on the chat this evening. We have a lot of people popping in this evening. Oh, Brutisha is here. Good to see them again.
Hi, Brutisha.
Oh, I see Casey in here. Wow. Love that. Your lovely daughter Alanya is watching. Candy Pop just popped in. Okay. So funny story.
Tell me all about
Candy Candy Pop messaged me. We have got a gig in February together. And this weekend, so I was supposed to do a murder mystery on Sunday. And then I ended up doing 3 shows. Because COVID is still a thing, everybody. So I went from doing 1 show to doing 3 shows and not playing the character I was supposed to play. So Monday night, I'm at the Lidditz Spa, doing Murder in Toyland, having an amazing time, playing the Barb Lee doll.
I performed there.
I sure did. Talking about my sisters Amethyst and Shanae and Tamia.
We're there on Sunday.
Dolls in the line. Oh yeah, that happened. And then afterward, I get a picture with some of the people who are there. And then I get home and Candy Pop is like, oh my God, that was my mom.
Oh, for real?
Yep, I got a picture with Candy Pop's mom.
I love that. She's
So,
adorable.
but enough about us. Are you
No.
ready to meet our guest this evening?
Yes.
I am
Yes, I am.
I am so excited. I have been a fan of his since I first saw him on TikTok, and then I followed him on Instagram and like all the socials. And when I put up that post, when he messaged me back, I was like,
Right.
he is our first drag guest from all the way over in London, England this evening. So
My
everybody bear with him.
gosh.
It's 1:30 in the morning over there right now.
Oh,
But
could you imagine being in drag at 1:30?
I mean, that's usually when we're getting out of it.
You right.
But he
Yeah.
is not in drag this evening, but he is still here to answer all of the questions. I've got some incredible pictures to share with everybody. So let us welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible ARTHUR ITIS.
Hi.
Good day.
There we go. Can you see my nice little Christmas jumper?
We can.
And where did you get that from?
Little.
From Little. I love it.
So, ARTHUR, give us a little who, what, where about you.
Oh, who, what, where? Right. I'm ARTHUR ITIS, a drag king. What am I wearing? A little jumper. And where can we find you? I perform mostly in London, but I have been down Brighton, which is on the south coast. I've been to Reading. So I don't mind traveling. That's about it in a nutshell.
Fantastic. We'll get you out here to Harrisburg sooner or later.
Oh, love it.
Amethyst, you've muted yourself now.
It's my first time on the show. Bear with me, please.
Oh, you're busy typing hi bitches to everybody.
Look, I got to keep up. It's a lot of work. Okay. It's hard enough to look like this. Jesus.
So, ARTHUR, we've been chatting for a little bit before the show, and we've been chatting about some fun like differences, but we've been really bonding over the similarities of UK drag and American drag.
Right.
One thing is, what is the experience like as a king in the UK?
It's getting better. The queens still very much dominate the queer scene, but the kings are starting to become more prevalent, and not just in London. There's a very good king community up in Glasgow, up in Scotland. So there's little pockets. There's another very good pocket of kings in Bristol, so that they are starting to get a foothold a little bit, but they're not. Some people, and I think, and I'm not just saying it because of me, I think some people think that kings always will wear the makeup. So when I present and I look very much like a man, I sort of confuse quite a lot of het people, shall I say.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a moment, because look at this man.
That's a man, Maury.
So walk us through a little bit, because I have never seen a king commit to a chest wig like that before. How long does it take you to get ready?
Chest merkin.
That the chest has got to go on first, and I have to be. I'm so OCD in the sense that it's got to be perfect. So I have to center myself in a full mirror to make sure it goes exactly over my boobs. So once I position it, the gluing down takes minutes, if that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then the facial hair is really quite quick. So I've got it down to about 25 minutes.
Is that something that's manufactured, or is it something that you made?
I designed, I knew exactly. Do you remember that image that I sent Jade? I put it on the chat.
I'm actually
was-
uploading that right now to the stream.
Oh,
When you were
right.
cleaning them?
I don't know.
I saw the one where you were cleaning the pieces.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So so every time I come home from a gig, everything comes off and gets cleaned with a toothbrush and acetone. Everything gets absolutely clean.
And you
more
said you
people need to do
ordered
that.
Sorry, I did. So I was telling Jade that I put older men with hairy chests on my search engine. And all these images come up. And this particular guy, he's a New York model. That's him.
Duh.
And I thought, that is the chest that I want. That is the silver fox that I'm aiming for.
So we have so much in common already. I love this.
So I sent pictures. So all my hair comes from Leedham Wigs, which Lizzie and her mother, they actually I meant to mention this. So Lizzie's mum used to work for the Royal Shakespeare Company in Stratford, doing all the wigs and everything else. So then Lizzie started working with her mum. So the two of them make exquisite wigs, hair pieces, whatever you want. So I sent that picture that you just saw. I said, Liz, I want this. And she said, fine.
You.
And that was it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
You
wild.
A custom chest wig. I love this.
And that's why I look after them very well, because they weren't cheap, but then the real hair, and you pay for what you get. So,
Absolutely. Good drag is not cheap, and cheap drag is not good. So
accurate.
Well, I said what I said.
We do have a couple questions coming in. These are good ones. First, Casey wants to know, what was that man's Instagram? I need to do some research.
Oh,
I don't know.
Are we talking about the Italian stallion just there?
Absolutely.
I could.
Daniel did ask this. You've kind of addressed some of it already, but do drag kings in the UK face the same issues as kings in the US have concerning respect and getting booked?
Yes, I think, as I say, we're starting to get her foothold, but it's still very queen dominated. And also, I was telling Jade earlier, I did do a brunch, and I got a really mixed review from this group of queer women, funny enough. And I just got these really sort of, I thought they were quite aggressive vibes, that they did not know where I was coming from. So I kept away from the table and I worked the other tables. But when the queens come on, they went overboard. So I thought, do you know what? That's fine. You don't get what I'm doing. It's not my problem. If you don't understand kings, then maybe do a bit of research.
I'm not sure what's so hard to understand. It's
I
drag.
didn't get it, but I didn't get it, but it really, I don't know whether, you see, I was saying to Jade, I don't know whether, I was trying to rationalize it and thinking, is it because I'm so male presenting? Is that the problem? I really don't know. I couldn't tell you.
But that should be the idea.
But it put me off brunches.
Of course.
I say try another one and just, don't let one bad experience ruin the whole thing.
No.
That's very true. No, you've got a very good point. I should do. Yeah.
No.
Brutisha has a wonderful question here. Where did your stage name come from? And did you ever perform under any other names?
Right. Well, that's quite easy, because if you say arthritis quickly, I have got osteoarthritis. And I just thought it was just a nod to what I have to deal with every day. So that was it. I've had no other names. It just seemed poetic.
Why not? Why not?
Everybody I have told about who's on the show this week they've all done a double take as they're like, oh, that's good. I was at one of my shows this week and we were all talking about, like, we mentioned your name and then we were like, what are some other like good king names that people need to start using? And I said, if I was ever a drag king, I'm going to be Ed Cetera.
Oh, I love that.
Etc.
Ed Cetera. I follow a lot of kings on TikTok, and one of my favorite ones, Preston Steamed.
Oh, I've heard that name. Yeah.
So good.
Preston Steamed. Oh.
Like, it's
thank you, Cassie. I've just seen Cassie's if you could tell the community one thing. Oh, sorry, I was just reading.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, sorry, I was yeah, thank you, Cassie. Cassie said that I love that you took something that could knock you down and make it a positive go you. Thank you very much.
That's a great thing. I think that's kind of like where this show kind of came from too. We weren't working and we needed to keep performing. So we're like, let's turn it into this. And like we were saying earlier, we're on episode 136 tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that. I was actually with Cassie when you called me in mid-October in 2020. I was in Williamsport with Cassie. I said, Jade just asked me to be a part of a podcast. What should I do? She's like, do it.
Yep.
Ta-da.
And here we are.
My first episode was a Halloween episode. I remember that.
I love that.
That's brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
Arthur, another fantastic question for you from our wonderful friend Hutch. I love seeing you on TikTok. My question is, how long have you been doing drag? And where does one catch a show if in the UK?
Oh, thank you, Hutch. Believe it or not, I've started doing drag in lockdown. Lockdown's got a lot to answer for. But when I was doing theatre when I was younger, and especially because I got a degree in drama and theatre, and I always gravitated to the male parts. Always wanted to be the male part. So there was something obviously bubbling under the surface. And so during lockdown, I thought, well, okay, let's give it a go. So I did play around with makeup at one stage, but it just wasn't me. Now my biological daughter is also a king, and they were very, very supportive. So I think, that they've got an amazing name as well, Dr. Cox, the genital pox.
I love
that. So they're on TikTok as well.
I love
that. So they were really supportive. They got into cosplay and then went into drag, and they really were supportive with me. So COVID really was a turning point for me.
I know lots of people who...
And where can I be seen? I'm mostly in London, but as I say, I've travelled to outside London. I'm more interested about where the gig is and who's running the gig more than where it is. So, if it's a really good queer-friendly venue and I know the producer, then I'm quite happy to travel.
I like that.
What's the furthest you've traveled for a gig?
Oh, let me think.
Or furthest you would be willing to travel?
It must
for
be,
a gig?
I think, probably Brighton, but it's not that far, really. But I think Brighton, I mean, it's about a 2-hour drive, but I mean, in America, you can travel for hours, can't you? So distance is not a thing with you, is it? Or is it?
No. As long as the check clears, I'll be there.
That. Very that. We regularly travel down to Rehoboth, which from me is a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah. One way.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. But usually when
One
I'm
way.
there, I'll do several shows in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then it makes it worth your while, doesn't it? It sort of pays
Absolutely.
for the
Yep.
You have to
petrol and
consider
everything
those
else.
things. Gas. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Gas and food. Yeah, those things. Like I always say, okay, this is my booking fee, and then I subtract from there. I said, okay, now I'm actually driving down here for this amount of money, not what my booking fee is. And then I have to think, okay, so are the tips going to make up for my loss in
Yeah.
booking fee because of my gas and food? Like,
Yeah.
so. And sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's about networking and socializing, and sometimes I'll go down there and make very little money, but I've booked 6 other shows in the process. So
Absolutely. Yes,
it's an
absolutely.
investment.
Yeah, that's
My
really
time is an
important.
investment. Drag is an investment. So yeah.
That's kind of the hard part of where I've been right now. I haven't been able to network, and I'm noticing I'm not getting a lot of gigs. So I'm like reaching out over Facebook, messaging people, and my January is mostly booked now, which thank goodness. But I had a
Okay.
couple weeks where I was like, I have nothing lined up. Yay! Did this surgery kill my drag career? No, just my ability to smell.
You can't
Oh,
smell
God.
now?
I can smell. My sense of smell is weird now. Like some things are not what they
Not
used
the
to be.
same.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
no.
okay.
Cassie has a really good question here for you, Arthur. If you could tell the community one thing about your art, what would it be?
Yes.
Are we talking about queer community or het community?
Sure.
Oh, just don't keep an open mind. Don't be judgmental. I think if someone goes into a gig and has got expectations as an audience, then I don't think they're going to enjoy what's going to be in front of them. I think it's really important to keep an open mind. And I think probably this is based on a little bit of my experiences. If you don't get or understand, particularly maybe what a king is doing, then that's fine. But just keep an open mind, I think.
I had an experience. I think it was last year or maybe the year before. I talked about it when I was on Glitter on My Tips with Trixie Valentine and Alanya Chest. We were doing a show, huge audience, 400-person audience. And after one Queen's number, this guy comes backstage and he's like, "What was that?" I was like, "That was he was doing something from she was doing a number from Euphoria. I don't know the show." And he was like, this guy was like, "She's wearing sweatpants. That's not drag." And I'm like, "Well, she was playing the character from a show." I was like, Are you the show director? Are you from the hotel?" He's like, "No, I'm trying to enjoy the show." I'm like, "Oh, you paid for a ticket? Get out of the dressing room." I'm like, how entitled do you have to be to do that? And he was doing that the whole show. Like during one of my numbers, they had to play the music again. He was like, "Oh my God, she's done." And so I stopped the show and I was like, "Can I have the microphone, please? Hi, are you not enjoying yourself? Then leave. You don't get to make everybody else miserable because you're miserable. Security, please escort him out." And they did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And like, it wasn't even my show. And the girls who were running the show were just like, "You didn't have to do that, but we're kind of glad you did." I was like, "No, I had to do that because that's
Absolutely.
not." And I didn't know the queen who did the number in sweatpants. I didn't care. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Like, we all have to look after each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was Grace Wetpants.
Exactly. Great. Speaking of drag names, Grace
Yes.
Wet Pants. Grace Wet
We met a
Pants.
queen at a pride function. Her name's Grace Wet Pants. I'm like, really?
My
Right,
husband
Grace.
just posted one too. "I want to be a country singing king called Toby Queef."
Oh, wow.
Shameful. Shameful.
Shameful, disrespectful. I wish I had thought of it.
Well, you married him, so
Did. The lovely Eve Brown, also known as Hiding in Plain Sight, would like to know what is your favorite. Right, they have such a good name. What is your favorite part of performing as a drag king, and what is your least favorite part?
I think my least favorite part is when you're getting resistance from the audience not understanding what you're about. I think that is core to me. Again, it's all about keeping an open mind, just I think it's just really, there's so much diversity in drag, and it's not all about RuPaul. There's a big old world out there, and I think we should really encompass that. We've got drag things, we've got drag monsters, we've got queens, we've got kings. What a wonderful world it is that we've got so much diversity. You know, I mean, and my favorite part is when I strip down and show my hairy chest. I love that bit because the audience don't expect it. And
Like that.
That is it. And funny enough, I done that last night in my gig as Father Christmas. And I don't know if you know, there's a meme with asexuality, and it's garlic bread. All right, because they reckon it's a meme. I don't know where it's grown out of, but they say that asexuals like garlic bread more than sex. I know it's a stereotype, but this was the joke. So Father Christmas had a big baguette and he was stuffing garlic in it. So, and I'm not even sure if everybody got it, but I don't care. I enjoyed it.
I'm asexual. Huh?
Huh.
No, no.
So that's it.
Now I understand.
With garlic bread. Look it up. Honestly, it's.
Now I understand my love of garlic bread.
Right. Right.
I want to talk about your Father Christmas for a second because
that's Daddy Christmas.
Ho ho ho, Daddy.
Oh yeah, Daddy Christmas.
Daddy Christmas, right there.
Yeah.
Well,
so
you were saying
he came out last night.
You were saying you were called Daddy, and that kind of resonated with you before.
I know there's a few of my queens that are a part of my chosen family, and they all call me Daddy, and they always, even if I'm not in drag, I'm always Arthur, which I think is really sweet. So I'll take that.
Yeah. That's the best thing about being in the queer community. We get to choose our family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I was just reading the side as well. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
You're fine.
And you know, we've joked about it before. There are so many people that I have known for years. Their government name, no idea. Not a clue. It took me years to know what Amethyst's name was.
Serious?
Oh yeah.
Years. Years. There are people I have known for over 2 decades who I don't even know their actual name because I only call them by their stage name.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
people I am so close with and have no idea what their name is.
We were backstage at a show and our drag mother said her age and we all kind of were like, what? This one was devastated because she didn't know.
22 years she's been my drag mother. Not once has she told me her age. Not once. And she's a beautiful ebony queen. So as they say, black don't crack. And in her case, it don't. So yeah. I didn't know she was 85 years old.
What? What?
She's not. She's not.
And
Somebody will
just
show
like
this
that,
clip.
I'm an only child. Yay!
Look at that. I'm out of the will. Shoot.
I get all of the outfits that won't fit me.
Right.
I was just reading. How do you say it? Is it Brutisha?
Brutisha. Yep.
Brutisha. They were saying they're an ace queen. Can you see that?
Yep. An asexual queen. They were our last guest. Where'd he go? Yep. They were so much fun to chat with on the show. Just clever, smart, and just a
Very
fountain
smart.
of knowledge.
Yes. I really enjoyed the conversations.
Mhm.
Yeah, they was good.
Oh.
That's why I love this show.
Yep.
We really get going sometimes into some deep topics and topics that are very unfamiliar to a lot of our viewers. So
Yeah.
it's nice to hear a perspective of drag like through your eyes, Arthur, because
Yeah.
you are thousands of miles away from us. So do they do tipping and stuff?
Yeah.
Do they tip you in the UK? Is that a
Oh
thing?
my
Yeah.
God, this is no, not
That
at
was
all.
Eric's
Yeah,
question.
this was it. Is tipping thing. I heard a story about Violet Chachki being pelted with coins after stopping a show because she wasn't being tipped, but I can't remember if it was in the UK. Well, I haven't heard that one, but they do not tip. No.
Really?
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't tip.
So are you paid an adequate amount of money to perform?
Oh, well, yes
No.
and no. I mean, it really depends. So you'll either have the venue that will give you a set amount for a show and say, right, I'll give you, say, £300, and you produce the show, and whatever acts you book, you have to pay out of that £300. So that's one
Okay.
example. The other
Okay.
example is ticket sales. So if you sell out a show, you divide the ticket sales. So that's usually the two ways you can do it, or do it for nothing.
Right.
But obviously you don't want to do that.
Of course not.
I
Of
just
course
did the
not.
quick math on that. 300 pounds to American dollars is about $379.
Okay.
So that's a good night for one of, well, that's a good asking price, but with tips.
I don't know if it is. The thing is, so several of the queens around me, they now have a set price, because I know one queen won't go even on stage for less than £250.
Amen.
So it can be, so everybody sets their own price, and I think, they're entitled to do that. It's their drag, it's their time,
Sure.
and it's their value. And if they want to set a price and the venue won't play that, then I think that's, they're entitled to do that. But there's
Sure.
always someone in the side wings that will either do it for free because they just want stage time, or they'll do it for next to nothing because, again, they want that stage time. They want to start promoting themselves. But this, I understand where they're coming from. And that's why we have open mics. We have a lot of open mics over here.
That's good.
But if you're undermining someone that's just been turned down because the venue won't pay that queen, then I think that's very destructive cycle. I think it should be balanced. I think if you start from the bottom, you have to do open mics because people don't know who you are. You have to start establishing yourself, but don't undercut a queen that's been doing it for a while just because you can just sneak in through the back door and undercut them.
Opportunists. Yeah, there's a lot of those in our area, isn't there, Jade?
Yeah.
There's always someone waiting in the wings for you to either fall or say no
That's
to a
exactly it.
negotiation. Just waiting.
Yeah.
Just waiting, and then they use your name and everything else. And yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We
We
have
see
been
you.
waiting for someone to try to go into the Comedy Zone and snipe that venue from us. And we know one
Wow.
queen has. She didn't
What?
get the venue, but we know who she is.
Wow.
And I'm not going to drag her name through the dirt because there's no
Oh,
point in
come
that.
on, Jade.
No, just
I'll do it. No.
yeah. But yeah, it's just, we all need to be supporting each other, especially now with politics the way they are, and with, politicians just trying to, they're passing these laws, these anti-trans laws, or these anti-drag laws, but they are anti-trans laws because people don't know the difference.
Because people are
Yeah.
stupid. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
Well,
There-
did you hear the famous saying that our Prime Minister said a couple of months ago that a
No.
man is a man and a woman is a woman?
Yeah.
That was disgusting. And this is coming from a minority person.
Oh
It's
no.
absolutely not acceptable at all.
Oh no.
It's not nice, is it?
How often do they elect a prime minister in the UK?
Not often enough, obviously.
Well.
Well, it's usually every 4 years, but because of this, so the one that was in COVID, Boris Johnson, well, that was an absolute shit show,
Oh, I
to
remember
put
him.
it
He was a
lightly.
moron.
He was a total moron, and there's actually an inquest at the moment into all his blunders that he's done. And he's just sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very honest to God. You just want to." It's just so insincere. I mean, I don't know how these people get in. Well, obviously they know the right people, but
Money.
our government is ridiculous at the moment. It really is.
You're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah. As I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
We constantly are hearing that like the United States is like the laughing stock of the world right now, and I'm like, I can't argue that.
Well, we might as well shake hands with UK then,
Right?
because I
We're
think we're
all
up
in this
there.
together.
I think we're up there.
Thanks.
I've just
You,
sorry. I'm just. Oh, what's he? Oh, sorry. I'm just. Oh, that's interesting.
Just
There
skipping
seems
ahead.
to be what Derek Gamble Ernst said about a new phenomena. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's my husband. With the open mics,
Oh,
we're having a phenomena here. I was watching someone recently. They did a TikTok about the fact that everybody's doing competition shows now. Like there are some locations that are only doing competition shows, and the downside of that is the competition shows are popular because you only have to pay for a few performers, but you get a whole night of entertainment.
was that a Chicago king that put that up?
It sure
that-
was.
That rings a bell. That
Yep.
rings a bell. I remember reading that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a venue's way of getting free entertainment for little to no pay, because you pay
Yeah.
your judges and you pay a little prize package for whoever wins that night, but you get like 10 performers. And the flip side of that, great way to get experience, fantastic way to get experience, but there has to be a level of education involved in shows like that.
Indeed.
We used to do a competition show up here called Amateur Drag Race, and the contestants would have coaches every week, and we would kind of walk them through like, hey, professionally, here's something you need to keep an eye on. One year they didn't do coaches and they did an all-star season, and I was brought in one night that I was teaching a group number. What the contestants didn't realize, I was adding a score on that was their professionalism in rehearsal. And yeah, the sad thing is it was weighted so light that my score didn't mean anything.
What?
So yeah.
Did you give me a 9 because my nipple was sticking out?
Listen, ma'am. I've heard that before. But we do have more questions anyway.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She's an instigator. Hiding in Plain Sight has another question. This is a fun one. Have you ever done femme drag? And if you were to perform as a queen, what name would you choose?
Oh, have I done femme drag? No, I haven't. Oh, crikey. I don't know. That's what name would I have if I wanted to do femme drag? Maybe genitalia.
I love that.
I think
love it.
if I were to do femme drag, it would have to be an old woman, you know, with those stockings that drop down the legs, sort of like.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have to be something really silly, because I think that would tie in with my sort of funny, you know, my sort of silly sense of humor as Arthur. So I think that would have to be it.
I see you doing some full like French and Saunders shenanigans.
Yes, it would be something silly like that. Yeah. But
what inspires your drag, Arthur?
What inspires it? I think it's always been about expressing the masculinity in me. It's like, you know, some days I'm neither. Some days
Sure.
I feel more like Anita, my female name. But I really am. I think I probably got more masculinity in me than I sort of give credit to, because I really enjoy bringing Arthur out. It's
good.
You know, it really is. I get a lot of joy from that.
Good. That's what it's for.
Yeah. I think all drag artists learn something about themselves when they do drag.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Derek just thought of another female drag name. Mini Paws.
Mini Paws. I like it. And it's funny you should say that, because so at the moment I'm doing a 3-year course in ceramics, and I'm on my 3rd year. It's almost like doing another degree. And our topic at the moment is exploring male and female. And I thought, great, where shall I go with this? So I've made this huge uterus out of clay. And it's because obviously, you know, I'm finished, done and dusted with my menopause. I thought it's going to be a very dark, it's exploring a postmenopausal woman, but also how invisible I feel older women can be. Because if you look at an older man, he's like a zaddy or a silver fox. But if you look at an old woman, it's meh. That's my perception. So this is why I've made this huge uterus. So it's like an ode to the menopausal woman.
Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the ode to the menopausal woman.
Well, baby, look. I'm going to have to get me a large uterus.
I did see a question from Brutisha. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
About performing with. So they say they're a disabled queen too.
Mm-hmm.
And they find it so hard. So it is hard for me to perform with arthritis. It depends whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. But the way that I manage my arthritis, yes, I do take painkillers, but I go to the gym, I do yoga, I do swimming, because when I got diagnosed years ago, my consultant said the best thing you can do, other than new knees, which my knees are the worst at the moment, make sure all your joints are strong all round, all the muscles are strong. So I do a lot of strengthening exercises at the gym to strengthen all around my knees and all around my elbows and my back. So back to the question, it depends whether I'm having a good or a bad day, but because I've lived with arthritis for so long, I manage it. And,
Sure.
you know, it's a life-changing condition, but it's not life-threatening, and I'm grateful for that. You know, there's a lot of people out there that have got life-threatening conditions, and I'm just grateful that I'm mobile and I manage my arthritis. So,
sure. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
Do you have a certain genre
just
of
seen
music
another one.
that you like to perform?
What? Sorry?
I was asking if you had a certain genre of music that you prefer to perform, or like, are you more of a comedic artist? Are you like inspirational? Like, do you tell a story? What is a performance from Arthur Itis like?
It is usually a story. And it depends. I can get an inspiration from, right, I'll give you an example. I went into a leather shop down in Soho because I wanted one of those daddy caps, you know, the biker caps.
Never heard of it.
And and I saw a leather pig mask. It was incredible. And I looked at it and I thought, what can I do with that? So from that mask, sorry, my cats are in the way. Out the way, get down.
That's all right.
Love that.
So you can see a tail just there. So from this pig mask that I saw in this leather shop in Soho, I got this narrative of Peppa Pig's dad and how he would be, you know, he comes in, hello, Peppa, but what if there was a secret side to him? If he was like this bondage piggy? So I had this idea, and then I thought, what music? And I thought, oh my God, 9 Inch Nails. I don't know if you've heard this one.
Closer.
That's the one. So I thought, well, I can't wear a hairy chest because this is a pig. So I went into a chemist and bought, you know, the teats that you get off on babies' bottles.
You did not.
And I glued them. And then
Talk about free the nipple.
So I had about 6 of them glued onto my chest. And then the finality was pulling these strings of sausages out my underpants. It was just so silly, but that's how it started. So it can be anything. It can be a song, it can be an object, and I think, wow, where is that going to go? So yeah.
9 Inch
long story
Nails.
short, serious drama.
Yeah. Serious drama.
Good for you.
I
love that.
And like, there's just a sense of whimsy about the looks you do. Like,
tell me about Colonel Sanders. Yeah, I want. What number did you do? Did you perform in this?
Yes, that was. Oh my God, I can't remember her name now. It's the one with the very long ponytail. Oh, I'm gonna.
Ariana Grande?
Yes. But I had to find it's the one, take it or leave it, but I know you can't leave it because I know that you need it. Is it? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it.
I'm trying to think of it. I don't even know if I know it.
Guess this song. Or was it Gomez? It might be. No, I'm sure it's Ariana Grande. Sorry,
Or is it Demi Lovato?
terrible with names. So what it was, my daughter, when we went down to Brighton, she said, I've got this idea of me doing Ronald McDonald and you doing
Colonel Sanders.
And I think on my TikTok, there's a picture of me and her going into McDonald's after we done the gig. And I thought, this has got legs. So then I started doing Colonel Sanders on my own. So he comes in, he's got his bag of chicken, but then he goes into this seductive sort of a bit like a bondage. I think we're going the same way as Daddy Peppa Pig here.
I see you, Arthur. I see you, Arthur. Kinky.
I just love playing. Well, you know, I just love playing with the fact that everybody has an image.
Sure.
And I think even some of let's talk about Boris Johnson. He's got this image of, I'm very, I am harmless. I don't mean to do these things, but I'm sure he's a cunning little so-and-so underneath. So
Right.
my idea is playing with this, you think you know what you're seeing, but wait till I reveal what's underneath. I just like playing with that, that juxtaposition of what people expect,
That's what makes drag fun.
Yes.
It's that cleverness.
We take things and find that little twist to it, and then we take it there.
Exactly.
We take it all the way down the street. You know what I mean? So yes, that's the best part about drag.
We used to have a pageant out here that was totally that. It was called the State Street Pageant. And it was all about just being disgusting and
nasty.
One of my favorite songs when I was in college was by Vitamin C. And it was called, she knows where I'm going with this. And it was called The Itch. I performed that number with a gigantic box of Vagisil, scooting my butt on the ground like a dog with worms. I regret nothing.
I love that. You see, that to me, that is everything. I love that.
Like I came out like super sex appeal, but every couple seconds just grinding.
It was like,
yeah, here we go. Oh God.
I've had enough.
Ooh, we got 6 questions in here. Let's get
Bring
these.
it on, honey.
Amber would like to know. Amber would like to know how long you've been doing drag and what is your story?
Right. So
Amber,
my drag started during lockdown, COVID. That's when I started experimenting what Arthur would look like and how so as I say, I experimented with makeup, but decided I wanted to go down the realistic route. So I had it in my head how I thought Arthur would look like. And what was the other part of the question? Sorry.
Where'd I put it? And what is your story?
What, the story of drag, how I've come into it? Is that
yeah
what they mean?
Sure.
Well,
what keeps you going?
What keeps me going is the freedom to be able to express my masculinity. And I think, and also I just love entertaining as well. I mean, I think there's, when you see the audience reactions to when I do stupid stuff on stage, I think, yeah, that's good. I love that.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you ever think this would be in your life? Drag?
No, I didn't. But then I was very late coming out. So I've only literally been living my life since COVID.
Wow.
I got out of a very toxic relationship, and it was COVID that tipped the balance. I thought, I don't want this anymore. I was stuck in the house with this person that was quite emotionally and mentally abusive. And I thought, I don't want this anymore. I think we all, it really was a big turning point. I mean, thank you, COVID. I'm sorry. Not sorry. That was a big turning point. I got rid of that person and started living my life truly, authentically.
I totally agree with that. And the fact that you feel the need to say sorry for thanking COVID in many ways, that, COVID took the world and said, stop,
Yes.
stop for a minute,
Yep.
focus. Something's happening. Pay attention. Okay. Yep. And if you don't, if you did not personally and individually discover an answer to why the world did that,
yeah,
I discovered the fact that I can work for myself, that I am a business, that I can be successful, that I can do this illusion of whatever fantasy you want to call it, and I can pay my bills doing so, and I can work for myself. Much respect to the friends and the families that we lost for COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it takes a major catastrophe for the world to keep spinning.
Absolutely. You've got it. Absolutely.
And it also, like, to add on to that, the world was we were so focused on all of the outside stuff, it made you go, hey, now you need to focus on you for a little bit, because there's nothing out there right now.
There's nothing.
Just
the
like
world said, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started looking at myself going, I can, I have to do what's right for me. I need to stop worrying about everybody else and focus on me.
Yeah.
Eve just said COVID actually gave those of us with disabilities more access to the world at large. And that's true. We would never be doing this show if it wasn't for COVID.
Right. And this show has afforded us many things. We've met many people from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It brought us closer together.
We're
and that's certainly no disrespect for anybody.
Right here.
Right. And it's not a disrespect to anybody who lost a friend or a family member, because we all did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we have to see the positive and the negative. We have to move forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it in many ways, it made us all better.
It brought the worst and the best out of some people. Yeah.
It did. It did. It did.
And I think that's a very sobering. I think it made me more humble and appreciate what I had in my life, but also what I didn't want in my life. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Not only did it make the positive more clear, it showed us what we didn't want anymore either.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It said, you know what? Actually, I don't need that in my life anymore. Huh.
Mm.
Yeah. Arthur got away from one person and found the right person, yourself.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was just reading your partner's comment here. Arthur, what is your favorite curse word?
I was about to bring that one up to lighten the mood.
Oh my God. I don't know if I could say it. It's a 4-letter word.
Go for it. We're allowed to swear on
all of those.
Cunt.
What?
Cunt.
It's just something you can really accentuate, I think is the word.
Cunt.
You're a cunt.
You're
you know what? What word I love so much more the British use of than the American use of? Twat.
Oh, we do like a twat as well.
Love twat.
Oh my God.
What?
Because in America, so many people, people don't say it so much anymore, but it used to be twat.
What?
Oh.
Yeah,
but
twat
is such a good one. Amethyst, what's your favorite
just froze
British swear? put her on the spot.
I don't know. My favorite British swear.
I'm a fan of a good old-fashioned bloody.
Sure. Bollocks.
Bollocks. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, bollocks. I love that one. I think that's mine. Yeah, bollocks.
Hiding bugger.
Oh, bugger.
I love that. Question from a new person on the show. Hello, Robin. Hope you're having an amazing time. How does a king get booked in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you could approach. It's all about networking. I think on Instagram, there's loads of king producers that you could approach, especially. I don't know if you're new, if you're coming from America, say, and you wanted some gigs in London or whatever.
Right.
I mean, Instagram really is a good network of what kings are about in London. If you are a new king and you're starting from scratch and you're over here, then, as I say, the open mics is a good way to start. To try, you want to start showing your drag to people, so hopefully you'll get booked.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good way to do it too.
Mm.
I'm gonna tack onto that something I hadn't thought of until just now. TikTok and Instagram are really good resources. If you go to a gig, make sure someone films you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
My husband has people reach out about doing Divas Down Under all the time, and if we don't know the person, he'll say, "Send me a video." Well, if you don't have a video, you're not networking yourself. So
Absolutely.
it's a business. Treat it like a
Yeah.
business.
I love being recorded.
Yeah, right. Every time someone has a camera around, oh no, I couldn't possibly. Okay.
That was fun.
Right. Arthur, what is the political climate around drag and grooming in the UK? Has America's stupidity from extremists crossed the pond?
Oh, God. There is little pockets of it. Now, down in South London, there was a queen that I know that was doing story time. And the far right knew it was happening, and they started surrounding the building. There wasn't a lot of them, maybe 20.
Okay.
So what the Queen done when she heard that they were going to protest outside the storytelling, she put a help me on Instagram. We need support. And a load of queer supporters absolutely drowned the area. So the little far right people were over there somewhere, and it was absolutely mobbed with queer people. So that's the sort of support that you need when something like that happens.
Was that Mama G?
It was a queen called That Girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Let's
that
book her for the
girl
show.
just doing a, you know, she's got a lovely housewifey look. I don't mean that in a judgmental way. Very cutesy. There was nothing sexualized about her look. That's what I mean to say. So for her to do a story time was really nice. But, you know, obviously you had this pocket of far right people, probably the same over where you are. Oh, you know, you're grooming our children. You're doing this. Yeah.
Yep, that's what's going on here as well. And you know, it's sad, like when and then it's the narrative that's being perverted. It's why are they trying to get into the school? I'm not trying to get into your school. The school approached me.
Right.
Like, we're not reaching out to schools.
No.
I've had a couple churches reach out to me about doing a story time recently.
Oh,
And
wow.
I keep saying no because I just don't have the strength right now.
Okay.
There's a level of dumb I'm prepared to deal with, and I don't have the bandwidth for that.
Okay.
Like, it's just it, and I'm appreciative for every opportunity that has come my way, but there are times where I'm just like, I can't do this right now. And again, that goes hand in hand with taking care of ourselves.
Sure.
But quick change in topic, because Robin Thompson has a fun question here.
Oh.
What is one of your favorite shows you've seen in a theater?
Oh, what have I seen? I did see, while I was doing my degree, funny enough, so we had to go and see as much theatre as we could. I can't tell you the name of the play, but the theatre company belonged to Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
And he is absolutely amazing on stage.
I bet.
I'm really sorry, I'm terrible with names. I can't remember, but he did. I don't know if it's still going, but he has his own theatrical group. And they came down to London, and he was mesmerizing. He really was. So I don't know if you've ever seen him on stage, Willem Dafoe.
Only in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, only in movies. He is a very unique character, for sure.
Yeah,
I can only imagine him live.
Yeah, he's really cool. Very, very magnetic. You know, he sort of draws you in.
Yeah.
I love performers like that.
Mm.
How about you, Amethyst? What is the best show you've ever seen in a theater?
Wicked.
Wicked?
Oh, okay.
Wicked. I remember seeing Wicked, and I need to go see it again. The first time, well, the only time I've ever seen it was 10 years ago at the Gershwin in Manhattan in New York.
Okay.
And it was my first ever Broadway show. I don't claim to be a Broadway person or a theater person, but shockingly, because I do drag, but theater was never my go-to.
No.
My drag was inspired by disco in the 80s and rock and things like that. So seeing Wicked for the first time and knowing the story of The Wizard of Oz, obviously we all do, and seeing that story completely turned upside down.
Okay.
Just blew my mind. Completely blew my mind. And I fell in love with it immediately. I thought it was just incredible. And I can't wait to go see it again. Recently, I think back in March of this year, I saw Chicago for the first time with Jinx Monsoon. Those were the only two Broadway shows that I've ever
I've seen Chicago. Yeah,
it's wonderful. It's
the
absolutely
tunes are
wonderful.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. So I would have to say Wicked is definitely my favorite. I'd love to go see more, but I want to go see Wicked again very soon.
It's playing in London.
Is it?
Yes, it's been playing in London for the last few years, I think, near Victoria, central London. Yeah.
Okay.
Road trip.
Well, I'm going to road trip. Yes, boat trip maybe.
We'll drive right over.
We'll drive right across. There's a subway, isn't there? No, that's not it.
Oh, I see. Hamilton as well. That's right. Hamilton.
Ooh,
Derek's just mentioned Hamilton. Yeah.
Derek's comment here is kind of interesting. I feel like the Wicked movie coming out will turn that show into the new Hamilton, where tickets will be impossible to get for a while with the increased popularity.
Probably, which is a shame. That's a shame it works that way. It shouldn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way, but nobody wants to see live theater.
Theater needs to be accessible to everybody, not like the ultra wealthy.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I was about to say, like, my favorite show I've seen was Six. I loved Six, but then I started thinking, no, like the first Broadway show I ever saw was Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow.
I want to see that again.
Yes. Yeah, that's in London as well. That's playing in London. Yeah.
We're going to London.
Right. That's always been a bucket list show that I want to do in my career.
Oh,
A theater near
yes.
us is doing a children's production of it.
Oh,
With
wow.
mostly high school kids. And I'm like,
Okay.
What?
they're getting incredible reviews. And I'm like, that's an ambitious show.
Right?
Wow.
But I've
Nifty.
been slowly trying to retrain my voice because I used to sing and then I started losing my voice. And now that I've had my sinus surgery, I'm starting to get my singing voice back.
Oh,
And
wow.
I can hit all the Phantom's notes again. So I'm like,
Wow.
it's not a role
I
I'm ever
love
going to get
this.
because I'm too short. But if there's a director who's willing to take a chance on a 5'4" Phantom,
She's a tiny woman.
I am. I'm subtle and understated.
She's just a little thing. I'm gigantic and she's tiny.
Oh, all those photos
How
of us before the show. Hi, that's my
I'm
dad.
enormous.
how tall are you, Amethyst?
Flat-footed, I'm 6'3".
Oh, wow.
That's a big bitch.
Amazing.
That's a huge bitch.
Amazing.
But I'm pretty, so it's okay.
So we have. Oh my god, we only have 15 minutes left.
Good,
Oh,
I have to
okay.
pee.
That flew by. That was ridiculous. So we do have a helpful drag tip from my wonderful husband.
Oh, this is gonna
Right.
be good.
Are you all ready for it?
Let's go for it.
All right. So Derek's helpful drag tip. Stop worrying about doing the things that everybody else is doing and start focusing on the things that make you weird, unique, quirky, etc. Make you stand out. Sorry, my brain put that all together. The things that make you weird, unique, quirky, etc. are the things that will get you where you want to go. You just have to embrace them. One of the biggest drag queens in the world sings folk songs and country music, and I've never seen her do a death drop.
I can't.
I
I'll
have
break my
seen her
knees.
do a death drop off the side of a stage. It wasn't on purpose.
No, and
Ouch.
she survived.
She did. But yeah, like if it Arthur is a perfect example of this. Like his drag, we don't see around here, and it is so wonderful and captivating. Just yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep gushing over you, Arthur. I can't help it.
Bless you. I tell you, you know the cowboy look. So I was very lucky to team up with a queen who done Little Nas, and I done Billy Cyrus, and we done Old Town Road together.
That's
Nice.
I
fantastic.
think that's on. I did put that a little snippet on TikTok of the two of us.
I would love to see that.
But that was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Old Town Road.
Oh, I love that.
That's amazing. Brutisha just asked one more question here, and this is an interesting one. Who is your favorite doctor from Doctor Who?
Ha ha.
Well, I'm going to show my age here. I mean, I haven't watched Doctor Who for years, but as a kid, I watched the original, and it used to scare the crap out of me. Those Cybermen. Oh my god. I'm just trying to think of his name. White-haired man. Oh my god. The very first Doctor Who. I'm just trying to think. Maybe I should Google it. Can you think who it was?
The first one?
The very first Doctor Who. Was it Norman something? No. Doctor
Norman Bates.
Who?
Full disclosure, I've never watched Doctor Who.
William Hartnell. There you go.
Mhm.
He was the very first Doctor Who. So that's after watching those Cybermen, that just scared the crap out of me. That was it. What was that? Okay. I just saw the Doctor Who photo on Instagram. Okay. William Hartnell. Yeah, he was the very first one.
Yep.
Okay.
I just saw the reveal of the new Doctor Who, Ncuti Gatwa, and people are very confused. because when he regenerated, the Doctor split into two.
Oh,
So now
okay.
there are two.
There's two
Oh.
Who's?
Yes.
Two Who's?
So Shuti Gatwa is one of them, and David Tennant is the other.
To who? Who?
So
That is different.
yeah, I'm intrigued. I don't know the show that well, but yeah, the 10th Doctor came back. They've called Cyril just said it's the bi-generation.
Bi-generation.
Can't say that on
Instead of
TV.
regeneration. I was in a bi-generation when I was in college. Anyway.
You buy me something, I'll be generational too.
That was something else. Never mind.
I have no idea what's happening.
Since we have a few more minutes, I'm gonna have some fun. Arthur, what is one question you have for Amethyst Diamond?
Amethyst Diamond. Well, actually, where does your inspiration come from drag? Where do you is Amethyst got many looks, or where does your inspiration come from for Amethyst?
Just one. I have one look. This is it. No,
I can see the background of your I can see those wigs.
The heads of my enemies. Oh goodness, drag, so many things inspire my drag. I would say the old school legends of drag are definitely at the heart of my drag.
Okay.
The 80s inspire my drag. Music inspires my drag. Theater inspires my drag. So I'm a collaboration of 80s music and Lisa Frank and I don't know, Madonna. I would say, I do what makes me happy, what makes other people happy. I do what feels good. I do what's controversial. I do what I'm not supposed to. Yeah, I do things unapologetically. So yeah, I'm greatly inspired by history. History inspires me tenfold. Indeed. Meeting entertainers like you inspire me. So
How do you choose your songs? Are they all from the 80s? That's your music inspiration from the 80s?
Not necessarily. I like to tell a story. I'm also a very big storyteller when I perform. I love to come out and say, focus, listen, I have something to say.
Yep.
I know I'm pretty, but we're going to focus on that later. But I love to tell a story. I like to leave people with a message. I like to spread a message of love and truth and honesty. So yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I've just seen Laura Ashley.
Hi, Laura Ashley. First, I was super excited to meet you on this wonderful show. My 30th birthday is on Friday, and you are just so inspirational.
Oh, thank you so much, Laura.
That's awesome.
Spread the love.
And
Indeed.
have a wonderful birthday on Friday.
Yes, indeed.
The big 3-0 too. I loved my 30s.
I can't wait to turn 30. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Same.
Can't wait. Good thing I have like at least 5 years ahead of me.
Time doesn't work that direction. Anyway.
There are 2 Doctor Who's. I'll be as old as I want to be.
I mean, there it is.
You have 2 Who's. So do I.
I've heard that about you. Chanel just said Amethyst is Rainbow Bright all grown up.
Yeah, she's pissed off.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, Arthur, do you have any questions for me? Why not?
Well, I understand that you're from a very theatrical background.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where your drag inspiration is from?
It was in the beginning. I still pull from that from time to time. Like when I started, I was very show tunes with some Gaga and Cyndi Lauper thrown in there. Now, ooh, this is gonna hit in a way I wasn't expecting. Now I do a lot more things to pay the bills.
Okay.
I do a lot more songs that are recognizable.
Okay.
Which is a fun challenge, honestly. I'm not a pop music person. I don't listen to the radio very often, which Derek says is my biggest weakness, and he's absolutely right. I need to know more pop music, but I usually pull stuff like I have 2 holiday shows coming up, and I have decided for those shows I'm going to be performing like a virgin as the Virgin Mary. And I bought myself a pregnancy belly. It's going to be beautiful. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Are you going to give birth to baby Jesus?
Oh, I'm not going to give birth. I mean, it's not midnight, so.
Mary.
Yep. I'll be doing that at Blue Moon in Rehoboth. Game on.
Oh, I'm so excited. I will be there front row and center.
Right. No, you won't. You'll be backstage changing.
I'll be backstage, stage left. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, will somebody film it for me, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Casey, you heard that? Yep. You're going to have to film it. All right, good.
Yep, Casey, you're going to be there. Bye.
I know. That's his favorite venue in all of Rehoboth.
Yeah.
We've just received reports that...
Who just received a report of stuff? What's going on?
Oh, sorry. The cat sat on the TV. The cat sat on the TV thing.
Oh,
is that what they're calling that now? Oh my goodness! Lord have mercy.
I love that halfway through the show, your cat just walks by like,
"Yeah,
hi,
I'm here too."
Just making you aware.
There we go.
Hello, Puss Puss.
And who is that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Who was that one?
I'm sorry. So she turned on the telly. Let me move that. There we go.
Derek said you're giving birth to baby Bell cheeses.
Oh, Derek wants me to give birth to baby Bell cheeses. Because I'm giving birth to cheeses.
The snack that gives back.
I love Baby Bell.
Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing.
This has been a treat.
It really has. As we're wrapping up this evening, Arthur, do you have any advice or just words of wisdom for everybody who tuned in this evening?
I would just say, be your authentic self and ignore the haters. Just express freely how you feel you need to express. Just be yourself.
I love that.
And you're never too late. You're never too late to live that life.
That's true. We know lots of performers who started late in life and are just living their best life now. And that's the best.
Yeah.
It is.
Amethyst, any last words for our audience this evening?
Yeah, absolutely. Arthur, it has been a pleasure. And I could not agree with you more. It's never too late to live your best authentic life. You know what I mean? It's just go out there and do it. No regrets. You know what I mean? And you live your life authentically, and you seem happier than you've ever been.
Yeah.
And I applaud you for that because that takes guts.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know, you come from a generation who went through the struggle, who set the standard, who fought the good fight. And I, as an entertainer, have to thank for those efforts and for you standing up for being who you are. You know what I mean? So while you paved the way for me, I am paving the way for the next generation. And
Absolutely.
that needs to be acknowledged and applauded. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being on this show. Thank you for being
Thank you.
vulnerable. Thank you for staying up until 2:00 in the morning. That's very nice of you. Thank you, thank you. We love you and we're grateful for you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can have you back next year on the show sometime. That'd be great.
That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I want to get you
Jade's
back for a
sister.
Halloween episode.
Yes. I want to see this chest marking. Damn it. I need to see the chest marking.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? I love it. Jade, my sister, I love you so much. Thank you for having me on this show. Thank you for being my sister and my friend and my brother and my confidant and someone I travel with and am inspired by. So I love you, my friend. I will see you next weekend for some fun in Rehoboth. And
Yep.
to all of you viewers out there, thank you to our Patreon. Thank you for our fans and our friends and our loved ones who watch our show religiously. Thank you for keeping us alive. And thank you for your love. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Until then, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, may it be with love and respect and joy. I love you. Bye.
I couldn't have worded that any better myself. Arthur, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been an absolute treat.
Me. Thank you.
Yeah, once I get the schedule all worked out, we'll figure out. I really want to bring you back for a Halloween show. I think that would be so much fun. We'll all play. We'll all just get creative.
Maybe we'll be drag kings.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wow. Yeah.
We'll all do a drag king night.
You can wear your merkin again.
Exactly. I painted that on. Oh, it's right here too. Look at that. I got stipple sponges.
Oh,
I got stipple sponges.
I was going to try something the other night and I decided, nope, let's not get crazy. Calm down, Devere.
Let's not get crazy. I guess we'll
Amethyst,
see you kids on the 27th, huh?
yep, we will be back on December 27th, 2 days after Christmas. We have a beautiful guest joining us that evening. The incredible Dramatica will be joining us.
My God.
I believe she is from, I checked earlier and I forgot where she is from. I believe she is from Minnesota. Yep, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minnesota. Oh, it's going to be a fantastic episode. Oh gosh. Everybody go out, support local drag, support all drag. Have a good time, be safe, take care of yourselves. You know what is still around. We don't want it to be around anymore. So take care of yourselves. And if you're not going to, please stop infecting the people I do murder mysteries with, because I can't play any more roles that I've never learned.
You can't take it.
Yeah, my nerves are shot. Get your tickets for Divas Down Under. It is our 7th anniversary. We are super excited. That is going to be a fun show.
Yes, very special.
I am so excited about that show. I'm very excited.
Special night. I think we're all going to be hammered. So if you would like to see it, please buy.
Oh, yeah. If you would like to buy a bottle of champagne for the dressing room, do it.
We do accept those.
We will accept a bottle of champagne.
Veuve Clicquot only.
What she said, because I'm not a big drinker.
I'll drink
everybody,
it's fine.
Have a safe and happy holiday season. We will see you on December 27th.
Yes, we will.
You know what? Go out and be the beauty you would like to see in the world. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.